Rekha Sharma. Today in SST class we'll talk about our new chapter, that is chapter number 3, the equatorial region. But previously we have studied about the chapter 2, that is the heat zones. The picture you can see, the earth is divided in the 3 parts, the 3 heat zones. We read about it, that is first 0 degree, the near area lies is equatorial region, that we need to call torrid zone. Second, we read about the second temperate zone, and the third one is the north pole and the south pole lies the frigid zone. In today's class, in this chapter number 3, we'll study about the area near the equator. 0 degree lies both the either side of the equator, from 0 to 5 degree at the north side and 0 to 5 degree south at the south pole side. This area lies is called equatorial region. These classification of the heat zones helps to study the weather changes and the climate changes in the world. Now children, to study the chapter number 3, look at the world map. We have to study the world map for this chapter, that classification of the area. That is, in this we'll study about the region that lies either side of the equator between 10 degree north or 10 degree south. In this map you will find that equator passes through the Amazon basin of Brazil in South America, that is located here. This red color area you are seeing, that is basin of the Amazon river. Amazon is the largest river in South America. Next is Zaire basin, that you can see in Africa continent. It is lying near the equator area, the red colored zone, that is Zaire basin. Zaire is also a river in Africa. Next, and Indonesia island of Asia, that small parts you are seeing, the red colored dots, these are the islands of Asia, that is called Indonesian islands of the Asia. All these areas they experience equatorial climate. Children, there are also some areas that you can find near the equator, that is Kenya, Ecuador, that also lies near the equator, but they do not get the climate of the equatorial region. The reason behind it, because they do not experience equatorial climate, they have mountainous areas. This is because they are mountainous areas, they have lower temperatures because of their altitudes. Now children, move to the next topic about equatorial region, that is climate. Now we have to study the climate of the equatorial region. As I told you in the previous chapter, that it lies near the torrid region or near the equator, so it gets the direct heat of the sun. So the land of this area gets very warm heat from the sun, and the air is rises away from the earth. As you can see in the picture, the sun warms the ground, which then warms the air above it, and then air rises and make it cloud. The rising air cools, the water vapor condenses clouds from it, and again it rains, raining. So the land became very hot and the rate of evaporation from the water body is high. As you can see in the picture, this means that there is a lot of moisture in the air. The hot moisture laden air rises and cools up by 4 o'clock. So this is also known 4 o'clock rainfall. Almost every day there is precipitation or rainfall, and this type of rainfall is called convectional rainfall. So children, it is true that the equator gets the most sunlight, but a good portion of this sunlight is used up in evaporating water from seas and other water bodies. As you can see in this picture, rather than increasing the actual temperature of the region, this result is in the formation of moist and warm air. As you can see, warm air over equatorial oceans, which then begins to rise and form the clouds. This is called convectional rainfall. Now you got the climate change at the equatorial region. For what is the reason of that, you also know that. Now the result, as you know, there is very high heat and the moisture of the air increases the high rainfall. The result is there is high densely forested area found here, as you can see in the picture, that the high temperature and the high rainfall allow the plants to grow quickly. The vegetation here consists of dense, lush tropical rainforest, and there are some parts of it. The forest have evergreen, broad leaves trees that grow over 75-meter high. That you can see in this image, the height of the tallest tree near about 75-meter high and have wide crowns. A special feature in the variety of trees, as you can see the different parts of the trees. The one is at the ground level, herb layer, that is second is immature layer, that next is understory layer. The fourth one, that is very important, that is canopy layer. From the distance it is looking like a green carpet. And next is emergent layer. Children, as you find that there are very dense forestal area near the equatorial region, there are different types of layers of trees found. The example like ebony, mahogany and rosewood, these kind of trees found in the equatorial region. And there are at the ground level, you can see the short herbs and grasses. At the level there is a mass of rotting vegetation and fungus. And the next level, the forest floor is very dark and gloomy, so few plants can grow here also. And there are some climbing plants called lianas, grows up to the sunlight. And the fourth layer, that is known, the tops of the trees form a layer up to 7 meters thick called the canopy, which blocks out the sunlight to the forest air. This area blocks the sunlight to reach the ground floor. And the last one you can see, that is emergent tree. The tallest height of the trees is known emergent tree. Children, as you know about the climate and the vegetation found near the equatorial region, now next is the animal life which is found near the equatorial region. That is also varied in these forestal areas. Most animals are arboreal. What is arboreal? That is living on trees, such as monkey. As you can see, this is orangutan, mostly found in these areas. Apes, sloths, jaguar, mosaic frog, anaconda, and birds with bright plumage such as macaw and toucan are found here. The three-toed sloths found here spend most of its time on the tree tops and feeds on leaves. Now the piranha, you can see in the picture, it's a kind of fish that is found, a ferocious fish found in the South American rivers in the equatorial region. And the orangutan is also found in the rainforest of Indonesia and Malaysia. It is only great ape to be found outside of Africa. Children, as you know, this is called the equatorial region and it is also known as the rainforest. And the rainforest area are sparsely populated. There are most of the vegetation, animals are found, and there are some primitive people also found here. The name of these peoples are known as pygmies, such as the Native American Indians of South America, the pygmies of the Zaire Basin. They are basically hunter-gatherers. And food is plenty in the lush forest. As you can see, this is very much covered with the forestal area. However, unlike the pygmies, the Indians in the Amazon Basin practice slash and burn. This is a kind of cultivation. They burn the land and then they again grow the crops. And there are different types of crops are also grown here. They collect the Brazil nuts, they grow the wild rubber, some other crops like these primitive peoples do the slash and burn cultivation, as you know, and they grow different type of spices, some other kind of crops like banana, cocoa, coconut and rubber. These type of crops they grow and they do their farming activities in these area. I hope you have understood the chapter nicely. The equatorial region we talked about in this chapter about the location of this area, that is near the equator from 0 degree to 5 degree north and 0 degree to 5 degree south. And after that we talked about the climatic change found in this region. There is heavy rainfall, so that the vegetation is very rich in this area. We talked about the different kind of trees found here. We talked about the animals found here. They are also very rich in their variety. There are different types of birds, animals and some arboreal found here. After that we talked about the human occupation, that you also, I thought you understood the chapter nicely, what they do for their livelihoods. Thank you. Have a nice day.